Hi, Happy New Year 2016. Today I am pausing to take a look back at where I've been this past year and let go of those things that are ready to be released before I start the new year. And I invite you to join me if you are also ready to create a space to go in. So find a comfy chair, get yourself settled. What I have been looking at recently is the 9-year cycle that so many numerologists and healers and teachers are talking about. 2016 is a 9-year completion year. So for the cycle that began in 2008, this is the year where those projects, relationships, energies that started in 2008 are coming full circle. And so not only are we at the beginning of a new year, we're also at the end of this 9-year cycle. So what I'm going to look at today is where I was in 2008 and then bring myself forward to 2015, a year ago, and then move through that year to see what's ready to be released and completed, so that as I enter into 2016, there's room for all the new that is ready to come in. And you have to clear out, you have to release before you can allow all of that new. So I invite you to settle into your chair, put your feet firmly on the floor, and let yourself relax into the back of the seat. And then take a couple breaths and feel your body. So here you are in this moment, taking a pause. Yeah, feel your toes, feel your legs. Feel your breath as you slow the pace down to take a pause. And what I want you to become aware of is how much energy moves through your body, even when you're not noticing it or paying attention to it. There's always breath in and out. There's blood circulating through. There's movement. If you have your eyes closed, even just shutting down the movement of your eyes to be quiet, be still, you notice how much you're normally tracking and seeing outside of you. So for the next little while, let's just go in and really feel what's happening in your space. Often when we don't pause, or life gets very busy, or we don't have the time to stop and work through a problem or a situation that's happening, we tend to stuff it down. So we'll put it inside and ignore it, or think that we've worked through it, and just keep a little hard little pellet perhaps of some of that information somewhere in our body. And when we do that, all of those blocks start to accumulate, and then the flow of energy through your body isn't easy and in alignment with life. You tend to be struggling a little bit more. And that's normal. All of us do that. So what we're going to do today is create a pathway for energy to move through your body, so that there's a way for the things we're going to look at to be released. So it's all visualization. If you can imagine, as you're sitting here in your chair, imagine your chair is right at the edge of the ocean. Not enough where you're going to get wet, but enough where you can see the tide pulling through the sand. And so you can notice there's an ebb and a flow. There's going to be water coming up towards your toes, and then the movement of the water away from your toes. So we're going to imagine you can create a pathway from your brain, which keeps so busy and has so much chatter happening all the time. A pathway is going to go down through the center of your body. Just imagine a little tube or a channel. It'll go all the way down to your hips, and then it'll divide into two, and then you'll have two little pathways or channels that will go down through your legs, out to your feet. And then if you imagine you're sitting at the edge of the ocean, the energies, the stories, the pieces that you're going to release from your body can just run all the way down through your feet, go into the sand, and then just be pulled away into the ocean to be recycled with the water. So when you work with energy and you create this visualization, then all the things you're going to look at have a pattern, a pathway they can follow out of your body, and then just to be released. So as we pick each topic or thing that we're going to look at, we're going to bring it into the center of this pathway or channel, and then just release the energy all the way down through your body and out through your feet. So let's start with your body and your health. So I want you to imagine 2008, we're going to go 9 years back. 2008, what was happening physically with your body? Were you feeling healthy and strong? Did you have illness? Were you resting enough? Were you younger, obviously, and stronger? Imagine you can touch on that, who you used to be in 2008, and then bring yourself all the way forward to 2015, so just 1 year ago. And what was your health like in 2015, the beginning of the year? What was your schedule like? Did you have time to rest? Were you eating well? And then run through this whole past year. So how did you, as you started the year, how did you keep those resolutions or goals as you moved through the year? Did the pace of life give you some chances to pause like this? Bring yourself all the way forward to now. And all of those judgments, beliefs, emotions, anywhere in your body where you feel some pull, like I did that great, right? I ran a marathon, I was amazing. Not my story, but it might be yours. Imagine you can bring all of that energy into the pathway in the center of your body. If there's judgment, bring the judgment also, right? I didn't keep that diet, or I didn't make time to exercise. Whatever it is that you feel about your health from this past year, good and bad, bring all of that to the center of your body. Let all of the energy find that pathway that you visualized for energy to move out. And then start running all of those stories, judgments, beliefs, doubts, anything that's ready to be let go of in this moment. Start running it down the pathway, all the way down to your hips. Let it split into two, and then follow the pathway all the way down your legs to your feet. And then feel the pull of the ocean. So gentle little waves that can tug right at the bottom of your feet. And allow all of that energy and story and belief to just move out the bottom of your feet, into the sand, into the waves, and be pulled all the way out into the ocean. And it might take a moment. You might have a lot of judgments about your health, or a lot of beliefs of things you should have done that you didn't get to. So just let all of that just be energy moving. You can just go down and through your body, give it a pathway all the way down through your legs, and then out through your feet to be released into the ocean or the earth. And if you're not an ocean person, you can just visualize yourself right at the edge of a forest or out in your backyard with grass. And you just want to release whatever energies aren't serving you into the earth, down and out. Great. Good. And then just one big last breath. Just release anything else you're not even aware of. So anything connected to your health or your body. Down and out. Good. And then sit here in this moment, the beginning of 2016. Feel yourself in your chair, being supported and held right in this moment with your feet on the earth. And open up your heart space. So imagine you can just gently allow your heart to be a little bit more open, and you can allow in the possibilities of what you could create with your body, for your body in 2016. So maybe it's a slower pace, more rest. Maybe it's vacation, time where you can just lay on the beach by the ocean, or you can go hiking or do the things that really make your body feel strong and healthy. Kind of open your heart a little bit more and allow the possibilities of what you could create in 2016 to arrive right inside your heart. And then this energy is going to fill up the spaces in your body where you just moved out the energies you let go of. So bring it in through your heart, and then feel all of that possibility energy running through your body, up into your head, all the way down through your arms, your legs, the core of your body. And let it fill yourself up with the potential of what could be created. Because 2016 is wide open in this moment. It could be anything you would like it to be. You can create for yourself the experiences that you want to bring in. So in this moment, allow yourself to just stretch out a little bit wider through your heart. What could happen for your health this year? Good. And then take a breath and just integrate that and relax your body. Good. All right, so let's look at another area. Why don't we combine money and job and home, all of those material things, and take yourself all the way back to 2008. So what cycle were you beginning? Did you just start a new job? Was there a shift that happened with your education? What was going on in your life around 2008 related to money and job and home? And then bring yourself forward to 2015, the beginning of the year, and what you were creating a year ago. And then let yourself reflect on how you did with that goal. So how did money flow into your life in 2015? What did you create for your work? If you're a student, how did you do while you were in school? If you're a homeowner, what happened with your home? How did it feel to live and be in your home in 2015? And then notice anywhere you feel a contraction or a tightening in your body, like, oh God, I did not do what I thought I was going to do. Or I had a great plan and then the plan didn't quite measure up. You might be on the opposite side going, I rocked the plan. You wouldn't believe the year that I had, right? It exceeded my expectations. Whatever you're feeling inside your body as you think about money and home and career and school and education, just allow all of that to be energy, stories that start to move through your body and direct them down. So you want it to go into that channel that you visualized and just run all the way through the channel down to your hips, separate into two, and then run that energy straight down your legs, all the way through to your feet, and just feel the ocean or the earth tugging at the bottom of your feet to say, let that one go too. Right? Let those stories go. Let those blocks just gently move out of the way. And you can use breath just to help all of that move out of your space. And do one more scan. Any other parts in my body where I feel the story about money or career or home, material things in my life, I'm just going to let all of the good and the bad make their way through to that channel, down to your hips, down through your legs, and then feel the earth just pulling all of that energy out of your feet to be recycled. Good. Good. And then you should feel, as you're releasing some of this energy, just a lightness or a quiet or a calmness in your upper body, in your head space, as you let some of those old pieces go. So from here, I want you to imagine you can open up your heart space for the possibilities of what could be created with a whole new year in front of you. As we wrap up this 9-year cycle, what would you most like to complete through an exciting year, through an abundant year, through an expansion in your career or your schooling? What would feel amazing to you in 2016? And allow the possibility of that to come in through your heart space. And then breathe that in. And imagine you can send a new wiring through your whole body. A new lightening or a quickening inside of your space, a waking up of, perhaps the old stories don't have to look the way they've always looked before. And perhaps I can open up to abundance in a way I never have before. Right? Abundance is the receiving, allowing yourself to receive the good that the world, that God, that Source brings your way. So open up your heart a little bit wider if you're willing, and allow more to come in. Just a little bit more. Run it in through your heart, and then let all of that energy start to move through your body and wake it up. Good. Take a breath. Feel yourself here in this moment, sitting in your chair, rewriting the stories by letting the old ones go. Good. And let's find another topic. So let's look at relationships. We'll start with your primary relationship. So it may be your husband, your wife, your partner. It could be a boyfriend. Perhaps it's your child or parent or a very close friend or group of friends. Whatever your primary main source of relationship is, go ahead and just visualize 2008, where you were in relationship at that time. Perhaps that person wasn't even in your life, or perhaps you were 20 years into a marriage. Allow yourself to reflect back. 2008, how was I doing in relationship? And then bring yourself forward to the beginning of 2015. What had shifted? What were you allowing yourself to experience in relationship? And how did it feel? All right, so if you are in a happy relationship, you may feel joy spreading through your body. If you're in a relationship that was struggling or toxic, you may feel the contraction. Whatever it is, allow that energy to start to move. So there's a lot of stories. You've spent a lot of time thinking and reflecting and analyzing how you did in that relationship, how the other person did, whose fault everything was, or who to praise if they were doing it right. Imagine you can just let some of that energy start to move. All of the stories and the loops that you created in your mind can shift just a little bit in perspective. And then the energy can start to move and make its way towards that pathway you created in the center of your body. And you can start to let that go. So imagine it can just make its way, all the judgments, the successes, can make its way all the way down to your hips, divide into two, and then all of that energy can just run down your legs, all the way to your feet. And then you can feel the earth or the ocean just pulling at the bottom of your feet and taking the pieces that are ready to be let go of out of your body into the earth to be recycled. It's just energy. It's going to be recycled and washed back over your feet as a clean new wave, or grow as a new tree down the road. So just let any of the energy that isn't serving you be released, all the stories, and move it down and out, all the way through your feet into the earth. Good, good. And then let your body settle. And here you sit at the beginning of 2016, again with a wide open slate. If the relationship was amazing, you can continue to create more amazing moments. If the relationship just ended or might end or feels difficult, you can create something new in this moment. You have a wide open slate. So open your heart just a tiny bit more for the possibilities of what you would love to receive in your intimate relationships for this year, whether with your children or your parents or a friend or a lover. Just allow the possibilities to come in through your heart and then make their way into your physical body and start to rewire your body. There's an opening that can happen inside of you, so the relationship could be everything you've always wanted it to be. Allow the potential or the possibility of that to be something you feel through your heart and then inside your body. And just allow the energy to fill up all those spaces that you just emptied from the old stories. All the way through to your brain. Good. Good. Take a break. All right, so feel the chair underneath you. Good, and let's pick another topic. So this one, perhaps we'll do community. So there's your intimate relationship, and then there's the community of people with whom you engage every day. So it could be your family, your extended family, your co-workers. If you're a parent, it could be all of the teachers and the people at the schools that your children attend. If you're working, it could be your boss, right? The co-workers you used to work with. Allow yourself to think about the community in which you live and work. And then take yourself back to 2008. So if we look back 9 years ago, what was your community like? How are you engaging with your community? What did you give and what did you receive? And then bring yourself forward from 2008 all the way to the beginning of 2015, January 2015. And feel the space you were in as the year started. What did your community look and feel like at that time? You might have a contraction if the community felt heavy or burdensome. You might feel a buzz as you remember something fun that was beginning and the expansion that was happening within your community, the new people that were arriving into your life. Allow yourself to feel all of that a year ago, and then move through that year as you were in community with the people you love and the people that you engage with on a daily basis. What did you do well? What are you proud of? What are you disappointed in yourself for? What do you wish you could change or redo? Allow all of those stories, moments, energies to make their way into that pathway right in the center of your body. You've already lived every one of those moments. I'm sure you have spent hours analyzing or reflecting through this past year on how you did or how others did or who measured up, who didn't measure up. So allow all of that to just be story that makes its way into the center of your body and then follows that pathway you created all the way down to your hips. Divide into two sides and then run all of those stories, energies, blocks, emotions straight down your legs all the way to your feet. And then feel the ocean waves or the ground of the earth just tugging and pulling at the bottom of your feet so you can release all of that to be recycled. Sometimes it's hard to let go of the ones we did well, right? Those stories where we're like, yeah, we did so well. That was amazing. But when you hold all of those in your body, there isn't room for the new to come in. And there may be even more amazing that comes in that would be better than what you thought you created before. So just allow all of the energy, anything connected to your community or tribe, to make its way down through your body, all the way to your hips, and then straight down your legs. Energy moving, past energy that's ready to be released, down to your feet. And then just let it go out through your feet and into the earth to be recycled. Good. And then feel yourself here in your body, sitting in this chair. The beginning of 2016, another wide open slate of what you want to create for yourself. And allow your heart to feel what community would look and feel like for this year. As great as it might have been before, as terrible as it might have been before, you have a brand new slate. What would you love to create for yourself? What experiences you want to allow in through your heart space this year? And allow your heart to expand a little wider. Feel the possibilities make their way into your body and fill up all of those spaces that were there before, with so much room for even more than you can imagine in this moment. But allow the potential, the possibilities to make their way into your body. Good, good. Whew. Take a breath, and then one more area. So let's look at your spiritual journey, your soul journey, the life purpose, what you're here to be and do in the master plan of your life. And let yourself go all the way back to 2008. So here we are in a 9-year cycle, and we're starting to complete some of those processes that we were beginning. So let yourself remember, where were you on your spiritual path in 2008? For some, it might be not very far, or I read a book, or for others, it might be you were, already meditating every day and having beautiful experiences of connecting to God or Source. Whatever your journey was in 2008, just lightly touch it. No judgment, just remember where you are. And then bring yourself all the way forward to this completion year. So we're going to pause at 2015, a year ago, where you were January of last year. And just think about how you were feeling. Did you feel like you were following your life purpose? Did you feel like you were getting close? Did you feel more distant than you've ever felt from Source, from God, from knowing who you are? And no judgment, just allow yourself to reflect on where you were at the beginning of last year. And then look at what happened throughout the year. So did you allow experiences in that let you expand your knowing, that let you feel more certain about where you are and what you would like to do with your life? Do you feel like you're closer than you've ever been before as you look back on last year through to this year? And then bring all of the emotions and the feelings, whether it's an expansion or contraction, bring all of that to the center of your body. And allow some of those stories or feelings to make their way down through your body, following that pathway, all the way down to your hips. And then divide into two and run all of those stories or beliefs down through your legs and then out your feet. And you can release them into the earth, or you can feel the ocean waters just pulling and tugging at the bottom of your feet to let anything move that's ready to be released. And this is a big topic, so go through it again. Let yourself touch on where you were a year ago. Yeah, how did it feel to be you in this life? Bringing your gifts forward, sharing them with your friends, with the world. Connecting to Source. If you believe, if you have a devout belief and faith that you follow, how did it feel a year ago and then throughout the year to have that support, to have that companion walking with you spiritually? Let all of those beliefs, judgments, disappointments, successes make their way right to the center of your body. And then bring all of that energy and story right down to your hips. And then run it all the way down your legs and then out through your feet into the earth. Yeah, and use breath. Just let anything go that's ready to be released in this moment. So down and out. Good. And then feel yourself sitting right here in this chair, the beginning of 2016. Another year wide open. And let your heart start to feel the possibilities. What would you create for yourself if you were completely in alignment with your life purpose for this year? If you were flowing, you and Source or God were flowing as one energy, completely understanding what needed to happen next, and what the next step would look like. If you could feel how much love there is flowing from Source to you, from God to you, how would it feel if some of that started to arrive right through your heart space? And you can do it gently, just a little bit, right through your heart space. And the possibilities of that moving into your body. And let that energy start to fill up all of the spaces that you have emptied, all of the room that you've created by releasing so much. Allow the possibilities, the love from Source, to make its way through your heart and then into all of those spaces throughout your body. Sometimes when that much energy comes in, it's there's this feeling of I can't hold it, right? If I allow all of that in, like there's no room to breathe. So allow yourself the expansion, getting bigger and bigger. And then when it feels like you're right at the edge of what you can hold, take a breath and bring yourself in a little bit so you can contract your space, so you can feel a little bit of relief, right? This is how life works. We have these big expansions, openings, successes, and then we have this small contraction back. Sometimes we get stuck in the spin of a contraction and we go all the way down into heaviness and hopelessness. And what we can do is just notice when the contraction begins and just take a little pause. Let yourself feel, recalibrate. And then when you're ready, take a breath and expand back out. So through your heart space, you can feel more love coming in, more possibilities arriving of what you can create in 2016. And you just stretch and expand a little more, a little more. When it feels like it's a lot, take a breath and let yourself pause, right? This is what life will bring us this year, these expansions, these contractions. We're going to have the contrast of both. And that's how we learn, and that's how we stretch and we grow. And we sit a year from now, the end of 2016, reflecting back on how we did. It's through this constant expansion and contraction through your heart space. So the more that you can feel love coming in and your heart expanding, you'll know when you start to feel that bit of a push, a bit of a stretch, and then you can just take the rest. Let yourself feel the chair holding you. If there are things to release, you just run them all the way down that pathway to your feet. Release the energies down into the earth to be recycled. And then open up your heart space and allow more energy to come in. Expand, expand, expand. Until you start to feel the contraction, take a pause. And you use your breath to come back in. And this is the way to navigate through next year, through this 2016, as we sit here faced with all the possibilities, all the potential of what we can create. It's just expansion, contraction, endings and beginnings, completions and starting over. Good. So let yourself land fully here, back in your body, in this moment. And I invite you to just sit for a little bit longer, and if you want, you can journal about what the possibilities look like, what you let go of. But allow yourself to just feel the gift, the joy of here, this moment, being alive on this planet, in this body, with all that you bring to the world as we begin.